because what happens is that we've been running an incremental budget. An incremental budget means that we come and look at the things we provided last year, and then we say next year we want to provide more public services. Sometimes it's not even want to provide more. There is a demand to provide more because population has gone up.
Yep.
As you know, we are increasing our population by averagely 1 million people per year. Yeah. So the population is going up. So the demand definitely will go up. And therefore, the taxation measures are supposed to help you raise more. When this was rejected, we shoved off about 170 billion. So it's not the entire 344 billion that was put away. You remember the supplementary budget, it did not shove off the entire 344. Just shoved off about 170 billion. So we still continued with about 200 billion. The projections therefore right now are actually initially it was to raise 3.3 trillion, or rather to raise 3,300 shillings. Currently it's to raise 3,100 shillings, so 3.1 trillion. So you can see the difference is only 200 billion or 200 shillings. And therefore, it is not right to say that the 343 will just be a return of what we had. It's actually an increment.
It's an increment. Still more.
It's still more.
Okay.
So government is cash strapped. And we can come, when I was last here, we discussed that the cash strap is sometimes more theoretical than practical, because there are other ways you can deal with it. But it's approaching this issue purely from a revenue problem. So it's basically saying City has decided he must drive that car, whatever that car is. He has some 3,000 shillings, it costs 5,000 bob. He's being encouraged, kuna magari ya 3,000. But he's decided, no.
I can't see those ones.
Those ones are my neighbor. Who drives them even? How am I supposed to even park? Where do you park such cars? So he's decided he must get to this 5,000 bob. In other words, instead of addressing his expenditure challenge, he insists now, you guys are the ones, you lazima mnichangie. You guys, if you're my buddies, you must help me raise this 2,000 bob. Because there's no way I'm sleeping without driving that. So when you approach this purely, and that's the genesis of all these bills. The bills are supposed to help you raise more money, to be able to, of course, cash strap because debt payments and everything is coming, but they and of course create some reliefs, because there are also some reliefs, and we can discuss a bit more in detail about reliefs and challenges. But that's the context in which we are coming. But remember, when people are rejecting and saying we don't want this taxation, Kenyans were not saying we don't want to pay tax. No, I can't remember. At least I was very deeply involved, including you guys running my heart up here. They were not saying they don't want to pay taxes, but they are saying, where is our money going?
Yep.
Sure.
Show us a return on the I almost said return on investment.
Because it's true, it's an investment.
Only that it's a cost one. It's by law. So show us where the money is going, but also show us the prudence with which you are adjusting your own expenditure.
Yes.
So you read the reports, they all say, rationalizing, fiscal consolidation, all those are big words to simply say we need to spend more prudently. So you see now Treasury saying we are going to actually pursue measures that are going to help us spend better.
Yes.
So that's the context within which these laws are coming, and without addressing the basic question of is service delivery being improved. But then let me provide one more context. These laws are also coming at a time when two things are happening. One, incomes for Kenyans have not improved. If anything, because of inflation, have gone down. More people are losing jobs because of the business environment. But two, you have also introduced other extra tax measures. You have the levy, the housing levy, and SHA, which combined have already shoved up about 4.2%. 2.75% plus 1.2 is about 4.25% of salaries. So, and then you want to introduce, and remember, all these taxes are interconnected. For example, if you are proposing to charge taxation, of course, on companies that do business here, that's a good thing. But the business they do here, who do they charge that business to? It's Kenyans.
It's a consumer.
It's a consumer. So when you say you increase digital tax from, the 2.5% to about, I think, 1.5%, basically that cost will be also transferred. So all these taxes are interconnected. And especially that environment where the business environment is not necessarily improving, then you need to think, okay, so what exactly are we doing? But the last context is already the numbers from KRA are showing that income-driven taxes are going down. So income tax is targets were not met. VAT, which is basically an indicator of consumption of goods being big. So that's the context in which these laws are being discussed.